Welcome to Powercoat Music. Today we are going to talk about the Boss first generation Katana 100 watt combo guitar amplifier and why I won't upgrade yet. In late 2016, Boss announced the release of the first generation Katana series of guitar amplifiers. The initial series was made up of 3 combo amplifiers and 1 amp head that was geared towards, you guessed it, rock players. The Katana 50 watt and the Katana 100 watt combos were both released with a single custom 12-inch speaker. The Katana 100-212 had 100 watts of power that was divided into 2 custom 12-inch speakers. Now the 100 watt Katana amp head did not have a cabinet, of course, but it did include a small built-in monitor speaker so that you could practice, and that was very clever. Subsequently, Boss also released the Katana Mini version. The Mini used the same technology as the other amplifiers in the series. However, this was in a portable battery-operated unit. A couple of years later, after checking this out and playing it at Guitar Center, I purchased my Boss 100 watt combo, and of course when I got it home the sound was absolutely amazing. So for more information on my initial thoughts, watch my video Boss Katana, the Tube Amp Killer, on this channel. Less than a year after my purchase, and what seemed like under the cover of night, Boss quickly and quietly released the MK2 series of Katana guitar amplifiers. Since the release of the MK2 series appeared to be more on the down low, many non-ignorant Boss first generation Katana owners like myself felt blindsided, which was not good. Shame on you, Boss. My first question was, now that I have a unit that's no longer in production, that I really liked, should I upgrade to the new version? Is the latest version really better than the original? So I believe that the first generation Katana 100 combo sounded very tube-like, like a tube amplifier. I went to my local music store at the time with my guitar that I usually play on my tube, so I knew what that sounded like in my head, to see if Boss did indeed create a better sounding unit. After playing a couple of different MK2 100 watt combos, I can say without a doubt in my mind that they did not. From my perspective, and again, my perspective, the related amp settings on the first generation and the MK2 combos sounded basically the same. My next question was, if the MK2 100 watt combo unit didn't really sound any better than the first generation 100 watt combo, then what was the difference between the first generation Katana and the MK2 series 100 watt combo amplifiers? Well, let's take a look to see what's new on the MK2 models. First, in regards to the variation button, this now includes 5 new amp sounds in addition to the original Katana sounds. These are Brown 2, Lead 2, Crunch 2, Clean 2, and Acoustic 2. It also includes 2 new dual effects pots. These are dual control knobs that provide individual control over each effect type within the Katana MK2. This gives you on-off buttons for each effect. The unit also has upgraded effects. For instance, there are now 65 effects in the unit altogether. There's also a choice of new effects in the polyoctave and pedal bend. The Boss Katana MK2 models now have a dedicated power amp in that allows the use of a multi-effects processor in conjunction with the Class AB power amp and speaker. The unit also has a stereo expand feature. This allows two Katana 100-watt amplifiers to be linked together to create a stereo Katana setup. This can be done via a mono cable. Now, in this setup, one amp is the primary that controls the other. This feature is available on the 100-watt models only. The editor feature of the main area has also been upgraded, its functionality that is. Also, you now have full control via the pedal board of the amp using a GAFC foot controller. This feature is available on the 100-watt models only. The unit also comes with an onboard cab resonance control, just like the one found on the KATANA-Artist amps. This feature is available on the head and 212 versions only. Let's take a look at what hasn't changed between the first generation and the MK2 series models. First, the physical dimensions of the first generation and the MK2 100-watt combos are identical. The Boss custom 12-inch speaker in the first generation and the MK2 100-watt combos are the same. The Class A B power amp in both units are the same. All of the features that you find in the first generation series are also available in the MK2 series. So there you have it. The MK2 100-watt combo has a lot of new bells and whistles, but basically the same makeup and sound as the first generation amps with more effects and amp modeling. Here's some important facts that you should know that will impact your decision to upgrade. Boss released a version 4 firmware update that gives original Katana owners new features from the Katana MK2 series. This includes heavy octave, stereo delay, and pan and delay effects. It also includes a dedicated pedal effect section for easier foot controlled wah and pedal bend. A new version of the Boss Tone Studio is now also available for the firmware version 4. Lastly, a first generation 100-watt Katana model can now be used as a slave amp with a Katana MK2 stereo expand feature. Interesting. Now this allows you to create a stereo compatible effects that are distributed across both amps, now with a original model and a MK2 series model. Very cool. Now all of these updates that we just talked about are available for download from Boss's website, and you can see that and get that from the link below. I originally purchased the first generation 100-watt combo because it sounded more like a tube amp. It has that fat, rich, warm, clear sound that's amazing. The other features, such as the software editor with the unit, was interesting, but the truth is I only ever used that feature once or twice since I purchased the unit. I only ever needed basic effects like reverb, delay, and chorus, which the original series has plenty of, and now much more. So with all of the new features that the MK2 combo has, there's only one that stands out that I thought was pretty cool. And that was the ability to connect two of these units together to create a stereo setup. However, this is something that I would rarely use though, because I primarily record in the studio. Based on my requirements only, I could find no compelling reason to upgrade my first generation 100-watt combo at this time. especially not for primarily additional effects and the ability to, have enhanced control over them. Like many of you, I already have multi-effects processors in my studio that give me plenty of options with my guitar sounds. In order for me to want or need to upgrade, the MK2 would have to significantly sound better than the original series, and it just doesn't. With the MK2 amp version, Boss just didn't do enough for me. But let me be clear, the MK2 series amps would be a great first-time purchase for just about anybody. It would also be a good upgrade for some other folks who have reasons other than my own, and I truly respect that. However, if you are a first-generation Katana 100-watt amp owner who's come to the same conclusions that I have, then like me, you may be waiting for Boss to release an MK series amplifier that actually sounds better than the original version, if this is even possible. When this happens, then I will truly have a reason to upgrade. So in the meantime, I strongly suggest that you upgrade your Boss Katana original series to the latest firmware version, because at this price point, you'd be hard pressed to find anything remotely like it that sounds better. Well, that's a wrap. If you like this video, give it the thumbs up and click the subscribe button on your screen right now and join our group. We have new videos coming out every 7 to 10 days, and we would love to have you be a part of our team. In the comment section below, leave a comment and let us know what you think about this video. Also, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. While you're here at the channel, look at some of the other videos, listen to the music, and let us know what you think about that too. Thank you so much for stopping by. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you soon.